Alright, taking a little break from the usual politics, charity, service work, the usual stuff, even YouTube. But I got to thinking about YouTube. Just took a little potty break on this hike I'm on. I should pull up the camera when I pass. The last time I pulled up said, I think it was 4.4 miles to Roosevelt Islands. I have no concept of how far I've gone. I'm parked not far from the, this is washed out a little bit. I'm parked not far from the Bush CIA headquarters. Okay, there's the trail over there. Guessing about 2 miles. If you want to pull it up on a Google Maps, I'm okay. If I'm breathing heavy, it's because I'm 60 fucking years old. I haven't been on this trail since the peak of COVID. I did a lot of hiking during COVID because you don't exchange virins with other humans so much out here. Okay, if you want to pull it up on a map, find the George Washington Memorial Parkway in Virginia. It kind of handrails the Potomac River, and I'm between that road and the Potomac River. And I think the last landmark I passed here in the woods was Fort Marcy. Fort Marcy. I was there at Fort Marcy in the parking area. A couple months ago when we were preparing for the parade. Won't go into that right now. But I thought I'd, even though I'm taking a break from YouTube today and politics and service and work and everything else, I thought I'd whip out the phone and share some of the hike with my YouTube audience. All right, or maybe I'll just keep it for personal use. I don't know. So I'll record and I'll think out loud and probably say some nonsensical stuff. When you're out here in the midst of a metropolitan area, yet mixing with nature, your mind wanders. One of my ways of connecting with the creative powers, with the universe, with my higher power, God, if you will, is to get out here with nature. And the Washington, D.C. area is very good for that. Even though it's a very heavily populated metropolitan area, we have a lot of nature here too. You can thank the progressives, the liberals, for that. We don't just like to build. We like to build and maintain a little nature too. Problem is, going back to the car, it's going to be a lot of uphill, and I'm already tired. Don't know if I'll make it to Roosevelt Islands. If you're checking on the maps, once I get to Roosevelt Island, if I was 20 years younger, the trails would become hard-topped. I think they call it the Mount Vernon Trail. You can go from Roosevelt Island all the way to Mount Vernon, south of Alexandria, on a nice hardened trail. Joggers, bikers, softcore hikers, they really enjoy that trail. I don't think I'm going that far today. I don't even think I'm going to make it to Roosevelt Islands. I'm already pooped. It's only been, I'm going to guess, about 2 or 3 miles. And I got to remember, it's uphill going back. I don't know if you can tell from the angle of the camera. I'm going downhill right now. And if you're traveling linearly and you're going downhill, the trip back is uphill. Now, even though I'm out here in the woods, you can probably hear the traffic of the George Washington Memorial Parkway, I believe that is. Unless I'm getting close to Chain Bridge. It might be Chain Bridge. Not really sure. Now, if you can tell, the reason I didn't bring my goggles glasses with me, we're expecting rain. It's been raining on again and off again all day, and I really don't know when the rain's coming. And those goggles camera, they're very sensitive to moisture. They're about $200 a piece, and every time I get a little splatter on them, they die. What's this over here? It's not pure nature. There are signs of man-made stuff, civilization. If you notice, I don't know how often this trail is used. There's not a lot of garbage. There's areas where stuff like this was attempted to preserve nature, and there's trash and garbage everywhere. I haven't seen any trash or garbage yet. Sounds like I'm getting closer to the traffic. I'm geographically embarrassed. I think that should be the George Washington Memorial Parkway, but the way I'm hearing the clanking makes me wonder if it's the chain bridge. I don't know. We'll see when we get closer. Sounds like we're getting real close. Oh, here's a sign. What's the sign say? Pivot Run. No clue. Oh, that's the name of the creek here. Pivot Run. Okay. All right, if that helps anybody following on the map, Pimmet Run is the name of the creek, and that looks a little steep there. I might have to put the phone down. Or can I go that way? Nope, I'm going that way. Okay, I'm going to turn you off and kind of climb down there. Remember, I'm an old man. I don't move around so good, so yeah, I can't do two things at once. See you in a minute. Okay, that might have been just a second or two for you, but to be honest, it was more than a minute. But I am down. That's Pimmet Run there. Oh, okay, there's some traffic there. I don't know what bridge that is. I just climbed down from there, and this is Pimmet Run. Looks like the trail picks up on the other side, so I'm gonna have to cross these rocks. So again, I'm gonna put you down. I'm gonna stop recording and put you down. I think I can cross here. Yeah, all right. Keep in mind, I'm an old man. I don't move around so good. I do have two iPhones on me, and I don't want to damage them. Should I go there, or should I go further down there? Oh, decisions. All right, I'm gonna negotiate this this creek. I'm gonna start recording from over there in a little bit. All right, I'm about halfway across. Should have brought a walking stick. Looks like I'm going to have to get my feet wet. Unless I go that way? Or maybe, yeah, maybe I can go that way. All right, we'll keep trying. All right, made it across, and yes, I got my feet wet. And no, I'm not a good infantryman. I didn't bring dry socks. That's okay. We're not out here for days. We're just out here for a couple hours. And we're picking up the trail on the far side of Pimmet Run. This looks like some easy walking. I could use a little easy walking after that. I'll give you some meditative water sound while we walk. I'm gonna shut up for a little bit. is the easiest part I've been on so far. But now I have wet feet. Okay. Now, if you're going to be out here longer than I am, you definitely want a plastic bag wrapped extra pair of socks. And after getting your feet that wet, you'd want to change into dry socks, because it's very important to take care of your feet if you're going to hike any serious distance. I don't really consider this a serious distance. I'll be sniveling in my car before you know it. Definitely slower holding a camera up or a phone up. I haven't thought about it. How long is this battery going to last? I'm constantly recording except for when I have to use my hands with my battery power. Doesn't show while I'm recording. Okay. Treacherous. That looks like a good place. All right, nice. Get a little closer. Thank you, little tree, for holding me up. Again, old man. Okay. Sound is perfect. Don't hear any traffic noise. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to sit down on those rocks and meditate for 5 minutes. Set my timer for 5 minutes and just meditate. See you in 5 minutes. I just realized that was rude of me. You can join me in the meditation. Take note, I'm sitting on a nice flat rock so that my ass doesn't get chapped. It's going to be 5 minutes. We have the sound of the water. We have virtually no sound of the distant traffic. Around the rock I'm sitting on is a bunch of, what do you call that, peat moss? All right. I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. And if you join me in this, if I can hold the phone just right. Okay. Feet as flat on the ground as you can get. Butt as flat on the rock as you can get, or if you're in a chair or on a couch. When I start the timer, just breathe in and think of the number 1. And then breathe out and think of the number 2. Breathe in and think of the number 3. Do that till 10 and then start over. If you get distracted by a bird or a car or a sneeze, or you find yourself dozing off, it's okay. Once you realize that you're off count, off breath, just go back to 1 in, 2 out, 3 in, on the odd numbers in, on the even numbers out, and when you get to 10, start over. If you doze off, start over. If some noise or bug distracts you, start over. All right. I'm going to set the timer now. 5 minutes. Okay, I got distracted. I'm gonna start over. In 1, out 2, in 1, out 3. See, I screwed it up. In 1, out 2, in 3, out 4, distracted again. In, 2 out, 3 in, 4 out, 5 in, Okay. I had a few distractions there. That's okay. First distraction was wondering, am I holding the camera right? Reset my breathing. Reset my count. Second distraction was a bead of sweat rolling down my cheek, and I considered the camera again. Reset. Breathe in 1, breathe out 2. And then the last distraction was an aircraft flying overhead. That's okay too. The idea is to soothe the thoughts that are going through your head, remove your thoughts from the politics, Trump's destruction of the nation, how far of a walk it is to get back to the fucking car. But if you get a chance to do this, 10 or 15 minutes is actually better. And if you get distracted, it's okay. I don't think anybody meditates perfectly. Maybe those Buddhist monks above Camp Casey. I don't know. But it's necessary. All right. Now I gotta walk back up this incline, and do I go back to the car or do I continue on towards Roosevelt Island? I think I'm a little recharged. I'm going to continue on down. See See if the squirrels will get mad at me for First Amendment auditing them. I'm going to put you down while I climb back up this little, to get back on the trail, and I'll turn you back on in a minute. All right, that's the rock where I sat for my meditation. And I think this is about where I was when I got sidetracked to meditate. We're gonna get back on that trail and head in the direction, not necessarily the goal, of Roosevelt Islands. I feel strangely winded. All right, just gotta come back down a little bit. I'm glad I didn't hear the traffic while I was breathing. I hear the traffic now. Maybe they took a break just for me and the audience who was meditating with me. And no, if you like the 1 in, 2 out, repeat till 10, start over, you don't have to be by a river in the woods. You can be anywhere. It's just more peaceful in the river, in the woods, especially when you can't hear the airplanes and the traffic. So it's easier to clear the mind and not let it get contaminated with random noises. Again, I have no concept of how far I've traveled, with the exception of that one sign near Fort Marcy. Back then it was, I think it said 4.4 miles to Roosevelt Island. Hell, I may cheat. When I get to Roosevelt Island's parking area, I might call a Lyft or an Uber. Say, take me back to my car. I am a little bit out of hiking shape. I also don't even have any concept of how long I've been recording. I know the one clip when I did the meditation was about 7 minutes, the explanation and the 5-minute timer. I've already lost track of how much recording I've done before and since then. Actually, this one is 3 minutes, 31 seconds. If my talking bothers you and you're enjoying the scenery, feel free to turn down the volume and just enjoy the scenery. I'll try not to talk so much. It's kind of hard for me. I'm a yacker. A yap. Humming. Okay, shut up, people. Shut the hell up. Oh, woe is me, I see a traffic light ahead. I don't remember a traffic light on this trail. Oh, I must be crossing a road somewhere. Oh, it might be the chain bridge. I do this for a minute so you can clip it for future meditations. Oh yeah, the road up there. Alright, not a good place for meditations. Random traffic noise. Let's continue. Every now and then you see a tree with a blue marking on it. That tells me I'm on the same trail. Coming up on another sign. Give me an idea where and how far I am. The Potomac Heritage Trail. I've only gone half a mile since Fort Marcy and 3.8 miles since Turkey Run Park. Okay. And this is probably the chain bridge. Yeah. Up there is the George Washington Memorial Parkway. And down here is the end of Chain Bridge Road. And we're 4.1 miles to the end of Roosevelt Island. I really don't think I'm going to make it to Roosevelt Island by foot. I'll probably drive there on the way home. Oh no, wait, it's on the wrong side of the road. All right, it looks like we're going to go under the Chain Bridge Road. Alright, we're under the bridge now. Lots of graffiti. Alright, if you follow this bridge, behind me it's Virginia and it's going into, I'm not sure if it's Maryland or northwestern DC. It's near the border of Maryland and northwest DC. Oh, not too far from Georgetown. And down there is the mighty Potomac. All right. interesting. It's slippery there. Old man climbing down rocks. Yeah. Slippery. Whoa, slippery rocks. Okay. I think when I did this hike in the COVID days, I made a land navigation error. Yes, it's all coming back to me now. I did. Or maybe this error mistakenly is a better route. I'll explain when I get down there. Ooh, okay. Rocky. A little bit hard on a 6-year-old man, but easier than what I went through during COVID. Of course, I was a couple years younger, and because I was hiking every day during COVID, I was in a little bit better shape back then. Now, I seem to have lost the trail, but hopefully it picks back up over here somewhere. What I did during COVID, mistakenly, was I came out over there and I had to cross these rocks to continue. But as you saw when I crossed under the chain bridge, there was man-made rocks set up perfectly to walk across relatively easy. During COVID, when I crossed down there, I literally had to climb across those big rocks. Let's see if I can get close enough to them to. That's kind of like this right here. Whew. And I am feeling it. Yep, Finkel's out of shape. Yeah. Is that the trail? I don't know. Okay. Yibba-dabba. Shoo-ba-doo. Okay, this is more like what I remember. These big fucking rocks. Climb over. Okay, yeah, I've lost the trail. Oh, it's down there. Okay. So I'm gonna have to climb over these rocks. I'm gonna use 2 hands and 2 feet. And I see where the trail picks up there. So if I'm gonna continue, I gotta put you down while I climb over these rocks to get down there. That's more what I remember, is climbing over the big rocks to get to the trail. But I thought I came from over there last time. I don't remember crossing under the chain bridge like that. And down there is the Potomac. Okay, I'm gonna turn you off and I'll turn you back on when I'm over there on that piece of trail down there. Yeah, it's a harder climb than I remember. I just saw 2 people down there. I don't know if they're doing the same thing I am. There's Potomac. That was my target. Didn't quite make it. I think I'm gonna quit. I'm a quitter. When I turned you off, it probably seems like seconds ago to you, I was on the other side of these big rocks. Well, the camera's really doing it justice. But that's quite a workout, walking or climbing from wherever that was to here. And looks like each rock is getting bigger to climb down to that. So I'm going to make a decision to make this my turnaround point. I think next time I'll probably park at the chain bridge and start from here, so I'll be fresh when I get there. I am pooped. And now I'm thinking about it, that does look easier. If I came out down there and climbed across the rocks, that is easier. Looks can be deceiving. Alright. I'm going to put it down, and if I do any more recording, it'll be the trip back from once I get up there. Unless I spot a trail over here. Yeah, I don't see a trail over here. There we go. There's some nice moving water. Clip this. Alright, you got it? Alright. Hope that was a good clip for you. Alright, I'm going to turn you off and catch my breath and climb back up. Cheerio. Alright. I know the camera's not going to do that any justice. That was a hard climb on a 60-year-old man. I'm back on relatively solid ground. I'm going to head back to the car. I'm going to catch my breath and head back to the car. Ooh, okay. Much easier to walk here. Yeah, you're probably all laughing your asses off. You really, from this vantage point, you really can't tell. That's a hard climb, down and up. Even halfway. And yes, if there was any hope of my feet drying out, nope. My feet went in the water again. That's okay. I'll be home in less than 2 hours, 3 hours. Put on the dry socks. Take a shower. Well, first I'll take a shower, then I'll put on the dry socks. Yes, it's mid-year. It's time for my shower. Kidding. It's funny, when I was bringing my grandson back from Harrisburg and we went to find the waterfall, he got interested in the beach. I let him know to keep an eye out for black bear. He got real scared. I had to explain to him, with black bear, they're just skittish, make a lot of stupid noise, and they will run away. We don't have brown bear here, so you don't have to worry about that. Brown bear, you make a lot of noise, they come get you. Black bear, you make a lot of noise, they run away. Black bears are fairly small. How did I come down from there? Like over there? Something seems different. I don't want to do more climbing. Yeah, I'm going to climb there. I don't think that's the way I came down. I don't know how difficult or easy this little climb here seems to you. But trust me, bro, this is easier than that shit down there where I quit and turned around. Well, it looked easier. Let's see if I can record while I climb. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. The only thing that's really making it challenging is holding the camera while I climb. Here we go. And we are, I think we're back on. Yeah. Whew. Back under the chain bridge. Okay. Oh yeah, that's the way I went before. I get disoriented easy. Easy. Yeah, we'll take you up there so you can see Chain Bridge. Hey, maybe we'll walk across Chain Bridge. There you go. You guys want to walk across Chain Bridge with me? It's nice and man-made. I'm going to turn you back on when we're over the Potomac. See you in a few. Over there is Georgetown. To the left or north is Maryland. That's the Potomac River. We're gonna look down the Potomac River from the Chain Bridge for some scenic stuff. And then we're gonna head back to the car. All right. This is the Potomac River upriver from DC. Very scenic. I can see the kayakers down there. Oh, there they are, set up screen. doggy poopy. Alright, the reason I brought you over on this side of the river is to show you from the chain bridge you can walk down to a trail called the C&O Canal Trail. That trail goes all the way from somewhere inside DC all the way up to West Virginia. No, I'm not going to make that hike. I'm going to go back across the river to Virginia and then hike back to my car. I don't think I can call an Uber or Lyft here. You think an Uber or Lyft would pick me up here? Probably not. Yeah, I'm walking. We're walking here. We're walking here. All right, I'm going to put you down. I can make better time when I'm not holding a camera. I can't put you down. I can't quit you. I'm addicted to you. All right. If you start super chatting me, you can buy me that house. Everybody super chat me now. I want that house. Or that one? Okay, yeah, super chat me for that house. All right, I'm gonna put you down and make better time. Cheerio. All right. Welcome back to Virginia. Oh, sorry. Hindsight. I should have worn my body cam on my harness. I would have my hands the whole time. Body cam's waterproof. I wasn't thinking about recording, I was thinking about hiking. The recording just came to me during the hike. I hear you. What is it? Labor force, stand up to ice. Oh, okay. Good place for you to cameras. Okay. All right. Something called the labor force, stand up to ice, know your rights, day of action. It's just been shared with me. I'll look at that when I get home. Thanks for sending that. Ooh. All right, where did I come across? There's a road up there. I'm going to put you guys down, find a place to cross, and pick you back up. Such a beautiful spot. All right. All right, I assessed the situation, and my feet are already wet, and it's probably less than 2 miles to where I'm parked. So screw the climbing shit. I'm just gonna walk across it. Like I said, my feet are already wet. All right. Okay, slippery under the water. Okay, Clut's coming through. All right. When I get up there, okay. Yeah, that was easier than climbing across rocks. Just walk across. All right. And when I climbed across the rocks, I fell in anyway. My feet got wet anyway. Just embrace the suck and let the feet get wet. Not a big hairy deal. Okay. There we are. Yeah, it trails over there. Okay. Now the question is, do I edit out that slippery part? Or do I keep it in there? Rigorous honesty, keep it in there. I walked across, I slipped, I looked goofy. Oh. And now we're back on the trail. him run. Okay, yeah. Whew. I'm walking here. I'm walking. I think when I slipped there, I twisted my ankle. It's maybe a longer walk than I planned. Do you feel that? Oh my God, that's throbbing. Embrace the suck, walk it out. Embrace the suck, walk it out. Fuck, that's the same ankle too. Oh shit. Why didn't I feel it right away? Okay. All right, next time, walking stick, body cam. And change the socks. Oh man, that hurts. Oh fuck. I'm gonna sit down on that log for a while. Son of a bitch. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's too soft. All right. Okay, I think that's a re-injury. Shit. Okay. Took me forever to get over it last time. All right. All right, I know where I'm at. Okay. Not far. Not far at all. Embrace the suck. Remember, you decided to do this. Well, if you're wondering if I made it back to the car and home and showered, your first clue is that I rendered a video and posted it. And your second clue is I'm here. It's about an hour before it's time to go to work. And tomorrow we'll get back to dunking on politicians like Mr. Trump. Maybe some other YouTube characters. I don't know. We will see. I'm not even sure what's in the queue. Not even sure what's in the queue. By the way, the ankle is okay. It's a little sore. It's not as bad as it was the last time I entered it. So we're good. We're good. Let's get back to dunking and fighting politics. Cheerio.